Yo, welcome everybody to another fucking clusterfuck off Kixeye. Basically, I just want to give a shout out to the few of the guys that have been talking in the side chat. I'm not expecting a lot of people tonight because let me turn my microphone off. Pretty much because the England game's on. But for the guys that did come along, thanks for coming along. Charles, Bluto, WC Thunder, DCAFD, and anyone else that hasn't spoke in the side chat, welcome. Thanks for coming along. Tonight on the panel we have got the one, Sir Anton Airlines, Blade, and my dog ate my pot. If you want to unmute, guys, and say hello.
Hello. By the way, game has just gone down.
It has gone down, so there was no pop-up at the top of the screen, but it went down.
Yeah, it's just gone straight down. It says reconnect, and that was it, and it was coming up maintenance.
I was expecting a deck when it had gone down.
Happy Tuesday. It's a long time since we've done a show on a Tuesday as well.
I can't remember the last time I've done a show on a Tuesday. I don't even know if I have done a show on a Tuesday, to be fair. Yo, Yellow, yeah, I didn't think you'd be along, mate. I'm expecting a lot of the English guys. I've fallen out of love with the English football game, the English team. I've actually fallen out of love with my fucking team I support, but it's not here or there. Gambo, thanks for coming along. Animal, thanks for coming along. Someone's going to say something. Go on, guys.
I can understand that.
Pardon?
I can understand that, what you just said.
Yeah, well, you had to deal with it for Leeds for years.
I know, I'm used to it, so it doesn't matter.
Right, the first thing I'm going to bring up, everyone knows what I'm going to fucking bring up right now and right here, is what the fuck is going on with Kixeye not being able to get things out correctly. Why is it, if it's not just one base in a blue moon, it's every fucking base now. Even the shadow ops, when they start on a Friday afternoon, we have to wait an hour before they fucking fix them when we get our parts. Is there anything you guys want to add to this? Or just want to throw a few fucks down our Kixeye's throats?
Fixing a fucking game instead of fixing fucking answers.
Just do the basics well. It's just like you're talking about your football team. If you do the basics well, everything else will follow.
I don't get it.
And that's all you need to do, basics. We don't want to be Michelin star chefs and that there, but if you can do the basics, you'll do okay.
I'm terrified of this event. If I'm honest with you, I am fucking terrified what's going to happen in this event. It looks like that Kixeye are starting to listen to some of the players that are saying we want a bit of a challenge. And with the fuck-up starting from pretty much Shadow Ops last Friday through to Sunday's no-show for the Leviathan, to then going through to the no-show for the, what do they call it, Harbinger. I'm worried for this event. I'm really worried about this event. Oh, and also in between that, there was they want us players to spend coins, so they give us a sal, and they fucked that up. Come on, fuck's sake.
Yeah, I couldn't believe they balls that one up.
How hard is it just to check what is going through their minds? Have they fallen out of love? Do these guys just want to collect their paycheck and fuck off home every week? That's what it feels like to me. They've got no passion left in themselves. Maybe we've been too hard on them as players. They're like, well, I just don't love the game no more. But then they should start looking for another job and bring someone in that does want to fucking show some love. You know?
Mm-hmm. I think it's more of a budget issue that they don't have enough money to pay staff to do shit.
No, mate, you can't advertise that you're going to put a base out. It's not hard to set up a base. If the unit's already coded into the game, which the Leviathan is, we know the Harbinger's coded into the game. We know the Shadow Ops is coded into the game. How can they break it every fucking week?
Oh.
You know, there's no excuses for that. There is no excuses for that. This has got to the point now where we're at the fucking head of it, where it's either make or break for them, because there's people walking away left, right, and centre. People have had enough. You know, we've spent a lot of money in this game. Anyone that does coin, you'll find that they've spent more money than they ever dreamed they spent in this game. And Kixeye, they're putting stupid shit out like fucking building cells when they know we've got CC fucking 17 coming out next month.
Oh, fuck.
Well, according to the news, but yeah, according to the news, it's next month. I don't get how it's. I just don't understand it. I try to work it out in my head. I try to give them a bit of leeway. It was a poor, sorry excuse for an apology off them yesterday with that post. They should have got into more detail of what went wrong and why we've got problems. And it seems to stem from that forest when they fixed the forest unit live, I think that was a knock-on effect. They changed some other code in what they shouldn't have touched, trying to fix the forest, and that was a knock-on effect to the rest of the bases that were spawning for the... That's my opinion anyway. It's probably wrong, but I just want one fucking show where I can cheer and fucking say good job, Kixeye. And they haven't given me no reason to do it. They haven't given no one any reason to do it. Just a few more... Yeah, go on, mate. Go on, crack on.
You got more chance of winning Lotto than that.
Yeah, I know. But they're not even man enough to apologise either.
No.
You know, they've completely fucked up this week, and not one of them made a post as to try to explain what went wrong, why it went wrong. Why are we doing bi-weekly fucking downtimes if they can't even get the fucking coding right in the game? This is all stems from bi-weekly. Because if they got the...
question, why don't they let the moderators test the damn game before pushing shit out? They got plenty of those.
They've got more moderators than they have probably players in the game at the minute.
They can quality control things before we have to test it ourselves.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you. We've offered our services. I'd sign a fucking disclaimer saying I won't, nothing to get put out, no videos, no information. If I do, they can sue the shit out of me. Right? But they ain't going to do that because they've got their little group, their little testers, that most of them are shitheads anyway, and they just, that's what they want. They don't want decent players going in there and testing their game and coming back to them saying this is broken, that's broken. They want to have people blowing smoke up their arse.
Well, then they're never going to improve their quality control because it's very bad. Like it's rock bottom, can't get worse.
It can't.
Yeah. Sorry to be so negative, but War Commander was better in the past, you know, for quality.
They need to stop with this bi-weekly downtimes. Because this is where it's been worse over since they started this than the game has ever been. For 1 hour a week, we can all do without the game for 1 hour a week. If they can put a lot of, even 2 hours, even tonight, if their game's down for 3-4 hours, I don't care. As long as
it feels like, sorry to interrupt, it just feels like that they're running out of staff hours, like they have no one to actually do the job that's supposed to be done.
But that's no excuse. This is when the guy that's in charge of War Commander goes up to the big bosses and say, look, we need 2 or 3 more guys or 1 more guy.
It's like shoving it off every day. Oh, we'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow, oh, we'll do it next day. You know, like laziness. Like eventually, it's never going to get done.
Exactly. And this game needs a downtime every week. If you're going to add new stuff, they've proved it over the last 2-3 months since they've been doing this bi-weekly downtime. They've proved that they can't get it right. So just do it every week, so you know that for the next 7 days what content's got to be added into the game, and make sure that's in there. Don't try to do it for every fortnight. You're overworking the small team as it is to make sure every base on that for 2 weeks is going to be right. You're pushing your luck with the limited staff, and the guy that's running the War Commander team needs to grow a fucking backbone. He needs to grow a backbone and go up to the boss and say, I need fucking help. This game's going to be gone in 6 months if you don't give us any help.
Yeah. Like if you want to do something like a unit or a base or event, make sure it works. If it doesn't work properly, don't push it out. Just tell like, sorry, it's not done yet. Don't push it out.
Yeah.
Players get pissed of broken content. We rather have no content than broken shit, right? I mean, that's personal, my opinion, personally, but
I think you're right there, because at the end of the day, I think, personally, in my opinion, I would prefer them to hold the bases back rather than put them straight out to try and prove something, to hold the bases back so that they're actually right when they come out, and then play the game. I totally agree with you there.
After that, problems pushing content out, then make sure it's, don't push it out when it doesn't work. Test it fully, make it, triple check it. Make sure some people actually played it before you push it out.
In any line of work, if you was in any other line of work, retail, whether it be consultancy, management, if you fucked up this many times in a month, you wouldn't have a job. It's pure and simple. You wouldn't fucking have a job. They obviously haven't got no one watching over them from Stillfront. They've got no one at Stillfront that comes in and makes sure that the quality control's up to standard for their games. So they're left to their own devices, with one guy in charge of probably the whole lot of games from Kixeye.
Did you say I'll always put it back to a bar or a restaurant? Say you booked a table at 7 o'clock. and 2 hours before that booking, your cooker breaks down, you're going to ring the customer and say, I do apologise, my cooker is broken, don't come in.
Yep.
But it'd be a bad company to let them walk all the way in, get their taxi, look forward to everything, and say, sorry, cooker's gone.
I don't know what they expect from us. They expect good reviews from a poor product. Exactly what you're saying there. Go on, Anton. Sorry, mate, I jumped on you.
No, that's what you do. Like, we don't mind, as Blade and no one says. Like, if you come to us say, right, the base is not ready, there's still a few gremlins, that's okay. Rock and roll, no bother.
Yeah.
Yeah, but fix it before you put it on the map, so that people can then go into it and do the base, learn from that base while it's actually running properly, not broken.
You test it, didn't you? You don't serve food before you test it. As a chef, you would always test every single fucking plate you put out. Make sure the flavours are there. You know, it's a joke, and it's becoming an ongoing joke. I don't know if Kixeye think they're doing right, or they're doing well, or they're doing the best for what they've got. But when you're sitting on the consumer side and we're paying customers, we fucking feel like we're being mugged week in, week out. Because they can't fucking check things. Sorry, mate.
TJ Lawrence just said in your Discord that the game needs innovators rather than copy and paste garbage they're giving us.
Yeah, if you look at the War Commander Discord, we used to have a few guys there that had passion. Drake tries to come across like he's got passion. He's got zero passion. He's literally the most boring person I've ever met on this planet. But when we had the Wrong Thinkers, the Storm Chasers, the guys, I know there's some things going on with one or two of them guys. Who was before Wrong Thinker? We had a couple, and they really wanted to fucking make the game as good as they possibly could.
Yeah.
And they had ideas, fucking ideas coming out their arse. They was always asking the players, the community, not putting up stupid fucking competitions. That's a fucking waste of our time and Kixeye's time doing them stupid competitions. Make a competition about designing units or designing a new turret, designing something. Get some ideas flowing from the players. Hopefully it ain't all going to be copy and paste shit from other games. But even if it is, you've got ideas there. Spot on.
Competitions are fine as long as the main game is functioning properly. Then you can focus on competitions. I have to keep it interesting.
I'm not saying that there isn't a place for them. I'm saying there isn't a place for them in this game right now. There isn't a place. I tell you what, there isn't a place for the storyline on the fucking events. That guy fucking writing up that storyline, his time's wasted when he could be doing something fucking productive. And I know a lot of people enjoy the storylines, and but there is a time and a place. When the game's this fucking shit, then make a storyline. Once you get the game running how it's supposed to be, write a storyline, make competitions.
I know what you mean, Sidney. It's just you're wanting golden forks to eat scrambled eggs. You know what I mean? There's no point.
No.
You know, you just a little spin will do you rightly.
Yeah, the basics have to be good first before you can improve on it and make it fun and challenging and competition and shit. And
do you know what I truly believe? I believe the content we've seen that was good. The Series 1, the first 6 units were in the game way before we went to HMTL5. This was a roadmap. Kixeye's got. I think the one brought this up before we went online live. There's no roadmap anymore. Kixeye are just winging every fucking thing they put out. Let's chuck this in, let's chuck that in. Oh, we've got an old unit, the Jericho X. I don't believe that was ever going to come back into the game.
It's still out there, like the CCs, their stuff, and the events and the storyline, but it's probably still alive. It's just there's no time to fully execute it. Like they don't push it out like it should. Like they just, it's not done yet. Oh, the deadline has passed. Just put it out. You know, there's no thinking.
I'm terrified. This event is either going to go one way or the other. If they keep the game down for a few hours tonight, put everything right, I think we're going to have a good event. If the game's up within 45 minutes, an hour, I think the event's going to be fucked. And they've got no one in there that's testing this event to make sure everything's functioning correct.
See, the monthly event is the main thing in War Commander that every player looks forward to. That has to be correct. It has to work.
Name a week in War Commander where you've seen so many fucking things not work. I don't think we've had a week in War Commander where so many different bases, so many different things didn't work or just didn't spawn or were bugged from day one.
If you go back a few years ago, it all was fine. Like, we never had this discussion in Discord about the game is being broken.
Not like it is. This week's been fucking horrible. And then they had the front to fucking say we're going to put out a coin sale for the buildings. Like, the game's shit, but please spend money. Fucking bunch of wankers.
But I think if any new basis comes out or any new content, it has to be Kixeye time. You know, like 6 o'clock our time, city. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, because if it is
When they're
broken,
online.
you can do something about it. Rather than 8 o'clock in the morning where it's broken for 8 hours or 10 hours.
Like last Sunday, like we all were like up and ready to do those bases. Like we all set, and I mean, I set my alarm clock for them. We all ready Sunday morning, and then that happens. You know, like what the fuck, eh?
It's
Whole
not just
week
that,
you're
though.
looking forward.
It wasn't just that the base didn't spawn. The fucking base that spawned instead of it was fucking broken as well.
Yeah.
You know, and they didn't even apologise for it. They left it on the map like, oh fuck it, I can't be bothered going to the office. Whose turn is it this week? Go in the office and just put that base right. Make sure even if it's the wrong base for now, make sure it's paying out the right fucking stuff.
Yeah. This can be wrong, so be it. You know, they can change. At least give us a payout for it.
Yeah.
Like Sunday should be the boss base. We should get our elite parts. You know, everyone looks forward for it for like days. We discussed it many
That's
times.
all the talk was. Within Walkermon, was anyone know how this little Falafel's going to work? No one really has any idea, but we're all trying to make up things in our head to try to explain how it's going to work, and then that shit happens, and it's probably the best week in the game or day in the game was this Sunday, this month, and Kixeye fucked it up.
If it's not ready, City, it's no big deal. They could have said Friday before they go to home, like, guys, the base is not done yet. We're gonna postpone it a week. You know, then no one would have been upset. Like, it's not ready yet. Okay, so be it. We'll wait a week.
I totally agree with you. If it isn't ready, it isn't ready. But
Yeah.
Kixeye need to hold their hands up sometimes and say, look, they need to make a post to the community, not palm it off onto a fucking moderator to say sorry. Make one of the devs or get one of the devs to explain what went wrong, or to the best to his knowledge, to dumb it down a little bit. Explain how it fucking all went tits up. Say it was intermittent. We didn't know this until we took the game offline that this was going to happen, and we apologise for it. There was none of that. There was people going out killing that base, losing all their units, or getting the DC and losing all their units, and Kixeye's like, fuck you.
Yeah, but I think the time for new content, a brand new base and that should be at Kixeye time, whenever the event runs. You know what I mean?
And
They're always
on
online.
Not on a
monitoring
Sunday.
it.
Not on a Sunday or Saturday when they're all at fucking home.
Yes.
You know? They used to be able to do it when they had a bigger team. They used to be able to, you know, make sure that if there would be someone checking everything before it even went live. No,
I don't mind losing a few hours on a Sunday. You know what I mean? I'll be working, you know, on Monday, but you know, at 6, 7 o'clock I can start. You know what I mean? So I can do whatever I need. You know, change the days for it.
Like in the old days, Andrew, when we had the test server stuff. Like we tested the Dragon units and the ones before. Like players actually tested those, reported back, and the unit got perfect. Yeah, but got fixed before the unit came out, right? And it was working.
Yeah, and with,
It's not that hard to do that now with like people to just tinker around with updates before they're live, you know, and make sure the game still functions like any main developer does. You know, they test it. And when it's finally ready, build bloody blah number that is ready, push it out. You know, don't push an update out when it doesn't work.
I think the problem is
It's losing face value, like they're losing the game, how you tell it.
they need to go back to old school again, the old way. Just do the basics and trust the players' instincts, trust the players' knowledge and that there. Just not this group here or any other group.
You push every week. You push broken content out. You basically associate Kixeye with broken content. Like there's never a good
Hundreds
push.
of people out there with vast knowledge of how to get gameplay. You know, people that know how to program and things like that, and their talent's wasted.
I don't think they got real coders there. I
Probably
reckon,
a monk.
I reckon they got these guys that done a fucking Google coding course at home online, and they can pay them peanuts.
And they're not invested in the company at all. You know, it's just there, as you say, just get your wage and go home.
That's all it feels like to me. You know, and for me, with any computer game, the first thing I think is it's a form of art for me.
Yeah,
At its best, it's fucking glorious. It is art. And then at its worst, it's just horrible. And we've sat here for 10 plus years fighting against Kixeye. Not always fighting, because they have done things that have been brilliant. They've brought out units that have been, you know, really good. We've enjoyed them. We've had fun with them. But now it just feels like the content is pushed to one side, so they can just pump out these overpowered units. And that's all we're going to see from now on. No new content, but overpowered units.
Mm-hmm. Like the ideas that are good, like look at the Hero Showdown and the other events, like Invasion. I mean, that's a great concept. Worth playing those.
But they never innovate with it. They never make it any fucking better than what it is from fucking 3 years ago when it very first started. It's basically the same thing, chucked out, add a few more bits. They never reset it. They never go, right, how can we change this? How can we make this fucking more fun? There's never a fucking where they're sitting in a room. And like anything in life, if you're planning to do something, you'll get the opinions of 5 or 6 players, or not players, people even, and see if there's any ideas floating about that would make things better. They don't. They're so pig ignorant of their own ideas and their laziness that they don't want to know what the players think.
Yeah, but also filtering, like they check their Walkman Discord with all the fucking, sorry I say it, but they're kissing their ass basically. And they listen to those people and they think like, oh, this community says it's fine, it's working fine, they enjoy it, it's good, you know? It's just a lie because you're only looking at 1% of your whole player base.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the player base is either not on Discord or is banned there, for being honest.
I'm just going to give a few more shout outs quickly because there's a bunch of people in here that are either new or returning.
Oh, nice.
Hyper Yaya, thanks for coming along. Kevin Dobson, Crumpus. Cheers, bro. I know you're in the other chat, but we're on the live stream in a minute. Guess who? Craig, TJ Lawrence, Graham. Let's come along, guys. I don't want to miss anyone. J Monkey, Animal. I think I've already said you. Thomas, Roof. I think that's how I pronounce it. The Corner Logic. Crash. That's a name I haven't seen for a long time, actually. I think that's about it. Ashab. And is there any more? If I missed your name, I do apologise. Yeah, and Ian. Thanks for coming along, guys. Yeah, carry on, guys. What was you talking about?
No, I was talking about one of the concepts. They had a great idea a few years ago. Remember they were talking about some sort of shop where you could buy maybe, templates for base layouts and, exchanging your tech and stuff like that there, you know what I mean? Remember we were discussing about that? I think
that's a long, long way behind us. Anything Kixeye put in the game now is they've got a dollar sign above them. It's got to have a dollar, what they can earn. So anything we get new in the game, it's got to always be about, they know how much these new units generate for the mega coiners. They know how much they can generate if the bases are good. Every event, they've got a bottom dollar where they've got to make that much money for each event. It's all been counting now. No one sits there at Kixeye and says, how can we make these players enjoy themselves and maybe want to spend in the game? It's how can we force them? How can we force the players to spend?
Enjoy yourself, City, like a normal player that maybe puts £10 a month in. If he enjoys himself, he puts £10 in. If he doesn't enjoy himself, he's going to log off and play something else.
I can't remember the last time I've sat in the game and actually played it for a few hours straight. I think Sunday was the one I was waiting for because it was a new base, it was a new elite parts. I had to get, well, it didn't have to get 40 all on Sunday, but I probably would have. That would have kept me in the game for a few hours. Where now, don't get me wrong, I normally am logged into the game, but I'm not fucking playing War Commander. I'm doing something else. I've got 2 screens, so I'm not. The game's open, but it don't mean I'm playing it.
Maybe I went and done there. I've got to level 1000 in Candy Crush.
Really, Anton?
Sort of God. That's how bad it is.
I'm catching you up on 882.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have to do a Candy Crush live stream.
Yeah. So we should. That's how bad it is.
Fucking hell, or fucking, what's the other one? Zanga Poker. We'll have to bring that bad boy back.
Yeah.
Oh, I know worries about that.
Oh, I can't stand the fucking games. I really can't. But then again, it's probably less stressful than playing the fucking Kixeye game. But I was warned about this. A guy that was I can't remember the name of the game now. When Steelfront was very first buying out War Commander or Kixeye, I spoke to a guy where his game that he live streamed, he done videos for, similar to what I do. I asked him in a PM. That was back when we could send messages on YouTube, and he said he stopped fucking making videos about that game. He said the game has just gone to fucking shit. He said everything they put in is bugged. There's rampant cheating, so it weren't something that I shouldn't have expected, you know.
Yeah, shame though.
It's just the way it goes, I guess. You know, these guys at Steelfront ain't gaming minded. They're money men. All they worry about is paying their investors.
They still have to think about the scenario when the game is this bad that it actually can go worse and it will end. You know, like then the money investment is gone too.
Exactly.
If you fuck up a bit more, yeah, the game is gonna die eventually.
But as long as Kixeye is showing in the black every month or every quarter, they're going to leave them to their own fucking wisdom. They're not going to go. I guarantee there's no one at Kixeye that reports back to anyone at fucking Steelfront. As long as that money's coming in and they're hitting their targets every quarter, Steelfront can give a shit. As long as the money's coming through the door, and they can pay their investors off or their loans or whatever they got. Bear with me, no. But anyway, should we get on to the release notes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the release notes, 11.21 release notes, posted by Kixeye Drake. The following changes and fixes have been applied to Tuesday 29th update. Well, they have changed it, so they have edited it. I'm not going to read Operation Out of the Breach, because we'll get to that shortly. I just want to see the bug fixes. No bug fixes, guys. They've bothered to update the actual date of the downtime. So someone has actually come in and changed it to the 29th of June. Right? But they haven't gone down and changed the bug fixes.
From the forum, anyone can there log in and change some text, you know?
Yeah, I know. But why haven't they? They've literally gone on there to change the date of it. That bit there, Tuesday 29th of June. But they literally couldn't give a fuck about giving us any information, any bugs they're fixing.
Well, they lately just put that general fix and improvements in it, just like, laziness, because anything can be general improvement.
Oh well, that's that one done.
Yeah.
So I won't go through the... Oh yeah, War Commander July preview. Why they haven't put the event preview out today is beyond me. We've got two more days and then we've got the event. They should have just chucked that in today. I will check for that in a little while. But the Descendants are on the final push, or on their final push. In Operation Out of the Breach, you will need to end their assault once and for all. Joining the fight is the first electromagnetic powered unit, Corpus Hoplite. And if you Google that, guys, it's a Greek soldier, civilian soldier, I think. So anyway, Operation Out of the Breach. There's the picture of the Hoplite.
So this event is the last one in this storyline of the faction thing?
4 normally, isn't it? This is the 4th, yeah.
Yeah, so next event, not this one Friday, but next one, there should be a complete new rotation, basically.
Next month's event. Not next month, the following month's event, yes.
Yeah.
So anyway, the July event, Operation Out of the Breach, finishes the Descendants Assault. The Hoplite is the new unit to join your ranks, with an electromagnetic gun designed to melt through vehicles in seconds. The Hoplite can be earned in Operation Out of the Breach by completing mission track or by purchasing in the event store. This is false information. This is because you can get it from the mission track.
1 or 2, yeah.
But you only get so many of them. You can't keep doing the mission track over and over and over again and get more. Operation Out of the Breach runs from July 1st at 10 AM PDT to July 7th at 10 AM PDT. And there's the picture of the actual Hoplite.
Looks good, the artwork is all spot on.
the guy doing the art is
Yeah.
he's the man at Kixeye at the minute. The Hoplite brings an electromagnetic burn. With its electromagnetic gun, the Hoplite is a terror on the battlefield, doing extra damage to vehicles at higher levels. And this is another thing I've got to bring up. I will finish that off, but it will gain the aid of a protective drone and adds large splash to its shots at higher levels. So what Kixeye is saying is, if you coin this, guys, you will have a really good unit, but only if you coin it. I think that's disgusting. The Hoplite can be earned through Operation Breach. Out of the breach, completing the mission. I've read that already. So moving along, we've got the Omega Proteus, and that to me looks crap. It looks like it's been flattened down, like a pancake. Does anyone else not see that?
Yeah, it's
I'm not screen sharing on Discord, am I? So you can't see what I'm talking about.
YouTubers vanaf catching.
You should be able to see it on Discord now. To me, it looks squashed and stretched.
Wider, hè?
Eh?
It's a bit wider and beefier and stuff, but
Yeah, it's I don't know.
it's a bit bigger. We don't know. We have to see it in game. Like, an artwork is different than an in-game texture.
Of course it is, yeah.
What, Northern England?
It's
That's
good.
Sterling again.
Sterling, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, don't worry about it yet.
Operation Out of the Breach is your first chance to earn the Omega Proteus parts from the Gear Store gold base. From the Sector gold base, not Gear Store, sorry guys. Start ranking the Proteus up and unlocking the tech in the event store while you're at it. The Proteus also has 2 pieces of bronze tech to earn. The Alpha Adaptive Targeting Ground and the Alpha Adaptive Targeting Air. So you can customise exactly what kinds of target you want to hurt. Contents is this month's contents is the Hero Origin contest. Oh, contest. Sorry, guys. I'm fucking a little bit tired tonight. Which runs until Sunday. We have a lot of awesome heroes that need backstories. Write up your fan backstory and chance to win the Universal Upgrades Logistics. I don't know why they do this. This is another waste of fucking time at the minute.
Now, I like this content. It makes my creativity boil a bit.
Yeah, no, but it's not needed, Rob. When the game's broken to shit, they need all hands on deck to make sure the game's working. Don't spend even if Drake spent fucking 10 minutes doing this making this contest up. That's 10 minutes taken away from making the game run.
You look at it from their perspective, like it keeps the community active, involved in the game, so actually, like it works.
If they need to do this to keep the community active in the game and not actually fix the game to keep the community playing the fucking game, this is arse about face. I'm sorry, but that's arse about face. Make the game good, the community will keep playing. Make the game shit and do stupid contests, people will start walking. Anyway, stay tuned for the...
Generally, that's just my opinion, but I think it's still a good thing after the game is finally fixed.
Once it's fixed and they've got time on their hands to fucking make these contests, don't spend this time making these contests while we're fucking playing a game that's broken. You're banging your head against the wall all the time. Anyway, stay tuned for the forums for July's contest coming at the end of the month. They're going to do another fucking contest. Waste everyone's time fucking taking pictures of shit. And Commander Centre 17. I don't know why they brought this up again. The team is closing in on completing Command Centre 17. Why isn't this completed? They've been working on this since before, just after fucking... was finished? HMTL 5.
In December, they were already posting shit about it. But
yeah. How can they still be working on it? This is, 7 months?
to me, there's a lot of content coming.
No.
If you got a whole company working for half a year on it, that must be good, man.
This tells me that there's a lot of fucking bugs coming.
Yeah. Or good stuff. Be positive, optimistic about it. It could be good.
How can I be optimistic? After the week we've had.
Yeah, always look at the bright side, you know.
I can't look on the bright side, sorry.
Not today, anyway.
No, not after the week we've had in War Commander, and not one of the Kixeye team have actually come out and give us any reason why, or any kind of a sort of an apology.
Like honestly, last week I maybe logged in like half an hour total to kill some people. That's all.
So all I do is I log in, pop my bubble, get a
Some
bubble,
other-
log off. Anyway, we all know you've been waiting for it. We haven't. I'll tell you what we haven't been waiting for, right? If CC17 isn't ready to be put out, don't fucking put it out. Wait another month. Wait another 2 months. Put it out when it's fucking correct and all the coding's in the game right. Test it. In addition to Operation Out of the Breach, Hoplite, and the first chance to get the Omega Proteus parts in the event, July will have the return of Holdout, Warpath, and Gear Store update. Why do they even fucking promote the Gear Store update? And all our other regular monthly contests. Be on the lookout for what's coming in next August. August?
We already know that the new tech of the new unit is gonna be in the Gears update.
Hang
So
on, but
yeah,
it's not August. It's July next month, isn't it?
I think so. Well, in 1 day actually, or 2 days, yeah.
Yeah, 2 days. As always, thank you for playing War Commander. I don't know. Is there anything any of you want to add? Because I've got nothing good to say. If anyone's got anything they want to say that's good towards Kixeye, say it.
I was still thinking about what you said 10 minutes ago when you go over the new unit, like you want people to coin it. Like,
Well,
do we actually know how much coin and money and it is every time they put a unit out? Because it's a bit much for a game like this, huh?
It was about 4,000 coin, isn't it? 5,000 coin?
I think 2,400 or something in the other region.
Oh,
and
what,
still,
1 to 20, all the way up to 20.
oh yeah, I haven't done that recently, so maybe a year ago I did. That was
I
2,400.
know the Gen 4s were 4,400 per
Yeah.
unit. Without
Last
any...
year, for
Eh?
a year ago, you paid 2,400 coin for a unit.
No, 44.
No, the Ace was 2,400 to buy bigger.
The Aces you could only take to 10 and then you had to use tokens.
Yeah. Because
Gen 4s,
I haven't coined anything to 20 immediately, so it's
Gen
more probably
4s
now,
you
yeah.
had to coin 1 to 20, or you could use the logistics, but if you wanted to get it in the same event, it was 1 to 20. It was 44,000 coin. 4,000, sorry, not 44,
How much
4,400.
pounds is that, like value, and how much currency?
It's too much money.
Like
Aye,
for
for
a
you
unit,
don't,
you know?
with no stats on it, you don't mean you're going in blind.
You're talking about like 200 pounds, right? Like a lot of money for the virtual unit you're gonna get. That's
About
not
260, somewhere like that.
yeah.
£260 per unit. There's people out there that ain't got worry about money though, so they do it. You know, they haven't got to worry about how much a unit costs. They just go out, bosh, bang, done.
There's like 5 AAA games, yeah?
But
For one unit.
again, they don't worry. It's they can go out and buy them 5 AAA games as well. You know, that's what Kixeye rely on. They couldn't give a shit about the smaller coiners. They're just catering for the big coiners.
Yeah, there's more to gain from getting microtransactions from the general player base. Like, you know, everyone puts like 5 or 10 pounds a month in, they make more than out of just 10 real coiners, I think.
We've argued this before. I totally agree with you. It's Kixeye. They it's always based on it's the freemium game and FOMO, fear of missing out, and they play off that every
Same
fucking
here,
week.
because now with the negative game progress, they're gonna lose a few real coiners, right? That's gonna cut in their revenue a lot because you only have maybe 100 real coiners in the game. If you lose 10, you're gonna be fucked, you know. Your income is less.
Yeah, but
And then you spread it out over a larger player base, like 100,000 people. You know, you got a bad month, you will survive that bad month.
yeah,
But not when you're trying to get the max amount from like 10 players. If 5 walk away, but you can 10.
more than 10 players, trust me. But it's
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. They're catering to the wrong crowd. They're not just catering to the wrong crowd. They're catering to the ones that they know will just without thinking, just go click with that yellow button, click spend.
It's like catering for both groups, like trying to keep the little coiner happy and the real coiner also happy.
It's freemium gaming. It's the cycle of freemium gaming. And they rely on what I just said. FOMO. It's called FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yeah,
And many players have got that fucking fear.
yeah, me too.
Well, for the first for the first time on this game in my entire life, I completely coined Jericho X from 1 to 20, and I'll never do it again.
But it was not so expensive. Like Jerry X was like 50 coin a level.
Yeah, that's correct.
That's 1,000 coin to make him 20. That's doable. Like, you know, for a unit that comes out every 3 months, 1,000 coin for a unit. Yeah, I mean, you can do that if you really love the game, right?
Yeah, but I wouldn't. That's like I say. That's the first time I've done it, and it was only because it was 50 coins per level, and I ain't doing it again because it just really isn't worth it for me. I'm afraid. I don't play the game regular enough to be able to warrant that sort of money.
To spend that in the game, yeah.
Well, the stars are getting my money, not for this last 3 months. So they've missed out about a couple of £100 this last 3 months. Not a penny.
More and more will eventually follow suit, and then Kixeye got to go back to the drawing board and say, we're losing too much revenue. How can we change this? And the plan they need to come up with is how to make the game enjoyable. But instead of the game sucks at the minute. Content is key. Putting out new units is fine. It's great. You're going to get the big coin of spending. But a lot of these players that play with 0 coin or very little coin, they want content. They're not PvPers. They want to go out and try different bases. They want to test their units against PvE. A lot of them don't do PvP like the big coiners do. So they've got to balance that to give both sides the fucking fair amount of content. And it's the truth.
2-0.
Oh, fucking hell.
All right, Kane.
I'm like a minute behind, I'll tell you.
By the time you catch up, it'll be the semi-finals.
Here it comes. Yeah, here it comes.
There
Right,
we go.
I'm going to go through the July calendar, if that's okay.
Anything good on it, City, do you think?
Just the standard bollocks, I think. No, if there is a new base on there, you can guarantee it won't fucking drop when they say it will. It'll be 4 or 5 days down the road. Anyway, let's go for it. July event calendar. Please note, all activities and dates are subject to change. So what they're saying is, if they fuck up and it doesn't spawn the day that they said, then it's going to be no good.
They're not saying anything. Yeah.
It ain't their fault. Operation Out the Breach starts July 1st. Operation Out the Breach it ends July 7th. You've got the unique bases, and I've got a big problem with these unique bases, and I keep saying this every time. The post-event unique bases, which is all the older uniques, they need to put the fucking workshop tech in them bases after they've got the Omega 80 parts. Give them the workshop tech.
Or, like the old days, put every workshop tag in the gear store.
Exactly. One or the other. One or the other. Just do it. PvP season 28 begins. Well, hang on. We was told today that they're not sure when PvP season 27 ends.
Yeah, I read about it because people trying to tag shuffle, and I got also a few invites for different tags and stuff, and we don't even know when to tag up. So
because no one knows the true date of when it's going to end. Because no one at Kixeye has come out and said this is the date it ends. This is the date the new one starts.
You know, it's all clan bullshit and politics anyway, those infamy seasons, but some people do enjoy that, you know. You have to have the figures and the times to complete what you're doing, right?
There's a bunch of clans. There's a bunch of clans that all compete for that first place.
And if you don't have a time schedule on when to complete that, you're not gonna win now. Complete
Well,
it.
I might win it then on my own. That'd be great.
Yeah. Well, our Regitech is not that bad. Actually, top 300 or something in clans.
Is it really?
Yeah, check that out in the morning.
But it's only because of one player.
Yeah, it's definitely not me.
Like, it's still going to be that fucker.
As I say, it definitely was not me.
Yeah.
It's the one. Legacy base defensive unique bases on the 8th. Post-event unique bases again. They need the workshop tech in them. 9th Warpath begins. Shadow Ops Chapter 7 begins. Corpus token base. This is what gets me on my nerves. The Hoplite bonus token base. They are giving a fucking Generation 4 or Gen 4 unit out while we have to kill a Series 1 unit.
You misunderstand that. That base they put out, they call it like that, but it's just like 150 bonus base. You're gonna put the unit in.
but it should pay out the retrospected units stuff.
You probably get Gen 2 and 3 tokens, yeah.
Yeah, it shouldn't be paying out fucking...
Dracons.
Not Dracons, but Gen 4 units, you know?
They can only offer tokens for units that have them. So
No, they can't. That's a lie.
the new unit doesn't have tokens.
It has. What does it have instead?
Coin.
No.
You can't
Upgrade hours, so give us 24-hour tokens off.
Logistics.
Yeah, logistics indeed. Sorry, yeah, but
Yeah. Why put out a base that don't give you shit for the fucking units that you need? None of the Gen 4s, except for maybe I can't even name a Gen 4 units any good anymore.
yeah.
You know, make it pay out the stuff that it actually does. It's a Series 1 unit. Make it pay out older Series 1 logistics, even if they're reduced. You can get 5-6 hour logistics.
No logistic would be nice already if you get 5 of those with 5 bases, 5 hours in, right?
Yeah.
I would hit them, 5 of them, yeah.
They're paying out shit that we don't need. But we've got token bases. They don't need to make any more tokens. They don't need to make a bonus token base anymore because we've got the standard token bases. We've moved on from the tokens. We're on to generation. We're on to upgrade logistics.
Behind you can always hit like the 3 faction token base, 100 base if you really desire to get text and tokens. Because the 100 base is always on the map, right?
Yeah, one of them's normally on the map. Probably, at least all 3 of them are on the map at least once a week each.
Yeah, rotate.
So there's no point having a bonus token base. Anyway, Legendary Hover Tank, Legion, Raptor and Phantom bases are all spawning on that. They're all legendary, by the way. Again, where is the LDVAT bases? It's been how many months since we've had the LDVATs and we haven't seen a token, not token, but yeah, it's token bases, isn't it?
Yeah, now the hover tank base gives you like 2 units and then tokens or something.
You get 2 units and 3 tokens.
Yeah.
And you can do that. You can do that every 24 hours.
But City, they're out so late that most people have the limit already. Like you can only have 99 vehicle limit. So if you got 99 hover tanks, you don't get any.
They're at again, everything but probably the Phantom in that lot there, and Legion still used a little bit, are outdated. I haven't used the hover tank for a long time.
Like when's the last time you used the hover tank?
I can't remember.
I don't even have them anymore. They're all scrapped in the armory.
I think mine are in my armory, yeah.
Yeah.
So I haven't used the Legion for a long time, but I have seen people attack me using the Legion. So there is still a place for that in the game. The Raptor was gone when they introduced Screamer. The Phantom is another one. It's good if used at the right time.
Yeah, only a 10 is useful. Like, the levels don't really matter these days because it's gonna get one shot anyway. But
Any of you guys got any feelings about this? Do you use any of these legendary units that they're posting out?
Currently, I'm just scrapping stuff that I spent months getting to level 20. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's pretty much all of us are doing.
You know, it's
I
just
would have
a
liked
shame.
to seen the LDVATs come into the game at some point this next month, or if not the month after. So we're up to July 10th. Andrew Hero Base. Again, he's another one it's a wasted opportunity. Again, the legendary tank units are there. And the Dreadnought base is out on the 10th. July 11th, Leviathan base. Probably won't drop though, guys. It'll probably be bugged. And we'll get the Harbinger base that won't pay out no parts. And again, it's all the legendary units plus Dreadnought base. On the 12th, we've got the Echo, Harpy, Devout, Penance, Buzzsaw, Soul Runner, Sentinel token base, Dervish bonus token base, legendary units, and the Harbinger base, standard elite. And then the 13th is Echo, same thing, but without the legendary units. July 14th, again, advanced materials. I've run out of things to use that on. Advanced materials at the minute. I'm not going to use them on me oil derricks.
Time for that.
Aye?
All the base defense uniques, you all spend like 550 coin. Who actually still uses them?
No, not many of us.
No, since the Hellhounds and Jericho, they're kind of a bit obsolete, eh?
Yeah. And on the 14th, the changer is you got the Doppler bonus token base. Again, I think that's a waste of time. And the Harbinger Omega base. Then the 15th, we've got Advanced Materials, Legacy Defensive Unique Bases, and Harbinger Omega. July 16th is Holdout Begins, Shadow Ops Chapter 8. So that's when we get the Leviathan.
Yeah.
So that'll be on the 16th of this month. Corpus token base and Hoplite bonus token base. 17th is Leonard Hero base and Dreadnought. 18th Leviathan base again and Dreadnought. July 19th Hermes, Cuberus, Lightbringer, Caretaker, Controller, Twin Blade, Sentinel token base, Dervish bonus token base, Harbinger, Standard Elite. So it's a rinse and repeat of the week before. Just slightly different units. Again, it's the 20th is the same. 21st you get the Omega base again. Only thing that I can see that stands out there, Omega Harbinger. 22nd again, Omega Harbinger. Shadow Ops Chapter 9 begins, so that's the last one in the series, and then we should get a new Shadow Ops unit. Advanced Materials on the 24th, plus Mikey Hero Base and Dreadnought. 25th, Leviathan again. Elite Leviathan, Advanced Materials, Dreadnought. And I'm not going to read them out anymore, they're bog standard, the same thing, rinse and repeat.
For the same
I can't
basic.
see anything that's any different. Post-event unique bases on July 31st. We're not... Oh, post, before event, yeah?
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. So there's no big... Nothing to scream about it all next month. There's no changes, there's no... It's just the standard shit. Go on,
Yeah,
mate.
it's still push that content out, because if they don't do that weekly copy and paste, there's completely nothing for no one to do anymore. So.
Yeah.
At least there's something for medium to low levels of minis to do at least for a few days.
Yeah, but you can't cater for one part of the game and not the other. They've got... I know it's a balancing act with Kixeye, but they have to fucking cater for all. Low levels, new players, low levels, mid-tier and high-end. They've got to cater for everyone. It's no good fucking saying, oh, but this is a good catch-up every fucking month. You can't keep doing that.
Maybe I think it's a year.
I don't believe this.
What's the score? 3-0?
No, it's 2-0. Sorry, I'm talking about the game here. I've just refreshed my game and it's come up. The game's back up and running. On the top it says, Commanders, we are aware of a display issue that appears to provide double sector global goal bases awards. Please note that you will only receive one award. They can't even get that fucking right.
But it's something broken again.
Yeah, they've actually broke more shit. Right,
They've been down for an hour and broke fucking more shit.
Yeah. I think we're going to go to the shout-outs, guys. I don't think we've got anything more to say. I think we've had a good fucking moan up. I think it was needed. I'm going to go on to the shout-outs. So I'm going to start off with you, Blade, if you don't mind. Give us your shout-outs, mate.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank everybody for coming along on the side chat. Obviously the panel for all their information and stuff that comes out. And have a good evening. Glad England won. I'm going to go and get drunk.
Good job.
And Tom?
Yeah, thanks for the invite there. Nearly didn't make it there, not there. Thanks to everybody out there on YouTube that came along. I know there's a big game coming on there. I'm surprised on how many people are there. We will be going live for the event as normal. And I think City might have a couple of videos out later on tonight if it's not too
Drunk.
much of it in a good mood with England winning. So take care, everybody. Keep it classy, please.
Perfect. My dog?
Yeah, thanks for the side panel coming out. It's good to see somebody here. And that's about it. I've got fuck all to say about anything, actually, to be honest with you. Thanks for having me on the panel. As usual, you three always do a good job. And well done. And well done to the one last week, coming top of the thing.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yes, well done there.
The event, well done, yeah. I was after you, mate, but I fell asleep. And cheers, thanks.
Perfect. Okay, the one.
Yeah, big shout out to this elite Harbinger base I'm doing now on the internet. It's still fucking broken.
Oh, you're joking.
Look at my screen presented, dude. I'm doing a
I
hard.
can't see it at the minute. Anyway, as always, guys, thanks for coming along. appreciate your time putting it in to come and see us. I know England was playing, so I've lost fucking half our fan base here, but it sounds like they fucking won. I should have probably cancelled this and fucking watched the football instead. Anyway, take care all. Peace out. Enjoy your night. Ta-da.
Good night.
Good night.
See what reward I get for this shit, man.